Hello everyone, Cameron here. Welcome to or back to my channel. So today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I was going through my trade account on Instagram and came across a video on IGTV that I had posted almost a year ago, and I will be inserting clips of that video in this one as well so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I wanted to do a sort of mid-year comparison video comparing my collection from a year ago to now, and then hopefully at the end of 2021 I can compare my collection from now to then and see how far it's come. So as you guys can see, I have a huge stack of photo cards, and this is not everything. There are tons and tons of 9-pocket pages behind me full of just photo cards and stuff that I did not have a year ago, and I just wanted to go through it. I wanted to make a sort of mid-year check-in video, but I didn't know how I wanted to do it, and I figured that this would be one of the best ways to kind of look and see everything that I've accumulated over the past year. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first main big difference you'll see is I'll insert a clip probably over here, but I only had one binder a year ago, and now I have 2.5, and I say 2.5 because one of them is a mini binder, but that is so crazy to me. I used to have all of my collections just in one, I think it was a 2-inch binder, and now I have two 2-inch binders. And as you can see, after I took everything out, this binder is actually quite empty. When I put everything back in, you guys will see it'll probably be about here, which is insane to me. But let's go ahead and start. We're just gonna go in chronological order. This is my main ults binder. These are like my top priority collections, and let's go. So this pocket is such a mess but the things in here move around sometimes due to like the pocket not being very secure, so they do move around a little bit, but it's okay. I honestly don't mind because these are not like super important things. I have this Renjun card here because I stopped collecting him, but this photo card is too precious for me to let go of. And most of you guys probably know that I am Taeyong ult, so he is my first collection. So you'll also see that in this clip I have different dividers. After I made dividers for other people and like sold them as like a custom kind of thing, I got really tired of looking at the Instagram-esque vibe, so I made these Polaroid ones, and I really like them, but they are getting old since I have had them for quite a while now. But this goes, so here is, I'm gonna try and move the camera up a little bit so you guys can see the whole page. Okay, there we go. I moved it up like the slightest bit. Hopefully it's not too noticeable, but you can kind of see through the pages. But a big difference is I actually completed this whole page. So these two were more recent. I kind of forgot where I got this one. I think this was in a trade, but I got this taeyong when they restocked the Empathy albums. And then I purchased this taeyong from a friend who I'm really happy that I was able to purchase from. And that page is now complete, which is so crazy to me. Back then I only had, I think, 6 out of the 9 photo cards. So that is amazing to me. I did have these already. Superhuman was actually my first NCT album that I purchased after changing ult groups, so I did have Taeyong for the longest time. I joined this one in a group order within my like first year of trading, so I've had this one as well. But another big difference is Taeyong's Superhuman Kino. In the old video you'll see that I had a small kind of binder filler printed out of this photo card just because it was something that I felt that I would never acquire because it was really hard back then to trade Kino since nobody knew what they were. But I'm really happy that I am able to put him in his spot. And then I did already have all of Neozone, and then I did not have this Punch card because I think Punch was an era that SM's printing was not totally the best, and there were some things that were misprinted, so I never prioritized getting the Punch albums. But a friend of mine did gift me a punch album with Taeyong's inclusions last year for my birthday, so I did already have this card. And then we also have his circle cards, and I think I was only missing 2 back then, which is one of the Neozone circle cards and then his punch circle card. But that is all of the photo cards and circle cards for now, and then I'm gonna grab the 9 pocket pages that I took out of this section. Just to show you guys real quick what it looks like, these are all from just this binder. This binder alone, I took out all the pages that I did not have before in that video from a year ago. So for Taeyong, we have quite a few sleeves. Actually, some of these are not Taeyong. I don't know why I took them out. Okay, there we go. These are all of Taeyong's things from after that video. So Punch Kino's, Resonance, Loveholic, all of those goodies. So I did not own any of these cards at the time, obviously, because most of these albums did not come out anyways. But for Resonance, I actually have his Arrival Bunny photo card, but I need to film my sorting video for this month, so it is not currently in the binder yet. But for Taeyong, I think I'm only missing a few of his Korean album cards, and I will be done with his collection all cut up. I really am hoping to do that before their predicted comeback later in the fall season, so hopefully I can accomplish that. And then I'm missing one of his Loveholic cards. And then another big change to my Taeyong collection is that I decided to collect his non-album cards. It's a slow process because he has so many, but I'm really happy at where it's at right now. There are a ton of photo cards that I have. Not a ton, but a ton for me. In my opinion, these are a ton, but most of these are actually Resonance merch since they released so much for Resonance. But these are the, I think I put in 6 or 5 new pages. So we have Punch to Resonance, Resonance to Loveholic, and then we have our 2 non-album pages. And then that is everything new for Taeyong besides the larger paper goods, which I will get to that at the end of the video. But the next person I actually have is not currently in the binder yet. He is extremely new to the collection, and it is Sunghoon from enhypen. I don't even have a divider for him yet, but I will be making a separate video putting away all of his photo cards once they come in. I have a majority of his cards still on the way, so look forward to that video. So that is another change. And then this next collection is also a big change. I think I took out the most of his sleeves, so let me grab them all. So here is all of the sleeves that I took out for this, oh my gosh, this collection. They're all falling out. But it is actually my treasure collection. I do collect mashiho. At the time, I think when I recorded that video from back in August of last year, they had just barely debuted and their album had not come out yet. So I just had a kind of, I think it was like a piece of paper and I wrote down treasure from mashiho. But a big difference you guys will see is that his collection is actually almost complete in my binder. If you guys see these fillers, and if you've never watched my video, you don't know, but these fillers are actually just for pre-order benefits that I might one day want to collect. I may take them out if I no longer want to collect them, but album photo card wise, I'm actually done with his collection. So this is chapter 1 and his K-Town card, all complete. And then we have chapter 2, all complete as well with the K-Town cards. And the way that I organize these is actually, this is the black version, the white version, and then K-Town. So you'll see on the backs that it's kind of the same way for each era. And then this is a pre-order page. I do have all of his Apple Music pre-order benefits though, so you guys will see that. If you see a pre-order page, there's only one card because it's his Apple Music one. And then we've got chapter 3. I'm only missing one of his K-Town cards, so this is technically done album-wise, but I am missing one of his K-Town For You cards. And then we've got the pre-order benefits for chapter 3, and then we have Treasure Effect, which is complete. I'm so happy to look at this page and say that it is done. It took quite some time, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, but it happened. I finished it. And then we've got more pre-order benefits. And then I call this my random dump page. Since Treasure does have first press cards, I have all of his up here, and then some Japanese cards and his merch cards and a Manyo skincare collab photo card. And then here's another dump page, except this is anything that's not mashiho. So I have this Asahi pre-order benefit, and then a group card, and then Jihoon's baby IT. But they were so cute that I could not let them go, so I put them on this page. And then we have his postcards. I'm only missing one, but for some reason chapter 3 postcards are really hard to find, for me at least, so it's not a huge thing for me to be missing that. And then we have some more postcards, and then we have some little Polaroids. This was the unit Polaroid, and then this is from the Kino kit. I think it was his little card, his lyric card. And then these are some more pre-order benefits or fan sign fillers that these are kind of harder to find, so I didn't want to put them in a whole 9-pocket page by themselves, so I stuck them here. And then his file holder from Treasure Effect. And then we have the bookmarks that for some reason I put in my binder, but I don't know, I think it's cute. The stickers are definitely really cute in my opinion, so I just kept them in here. But that is Mashiho. He's definitely very new to the collection. His entire, basically within the last year, YG has given them 4 comebacks, which is so insane. But I'm really happy that I started collecting Treasure. And then next we have Sejun from Victon. I think in that video from August, back in August, he was a new addition to the collection. So there are a few cards that I did acquire that were not in the previous video, but this collage is definitely not like my Polaroid fillers. This collage was made by my friends Brianna and Melody, who are Atini Alice on Instagram. They sent this as a gift, and I'm absolutely in love with it. He looks so stunning, and I don't know, it just really pleases my eye to look at his section with that cover. So something that is new is his older album cards. I am still working on it, since most of the time they have like 2 photo card versions, and then but you only get 1 in the album, so I probably have to go in and find people selling these other photo cards, but that's all right. These were either my pulls, because for some reason I have really good sejun luck, or trades with some friends. And then this page is actually complete, which is something I'm really happy to say, because the Time of Sorrow lenticular, if you guys don't collect Victon, is sort of more on the rare side, since I think they were first press cards, and at the time not many people collected Victon, so there aren't a whole ton of the lenticulars in circulation, but I was able to get my hands on them thanks to a couple of friends, so that will be in my sorting video for this month. And then something new is the nostalgia photo cards, and then I did complete his continuous set, which is very, very exciting. And then we also have a couple more of his cards. So we have Mayday. I think at the time I was waiting for my wayv signed album to come in, and that's why I didn't have this photo card, so it came. And I got Byung-chan's signature on my Mayday album, and then these are the Future Is Now voice cards and one of the unit cards that I pulled. And then I also have a couple more pages to add to this. So you have some album cards. This is very sad. The Future Is Now is something that I am very much struggling on, but I plan to work on it very soon. But I do have my favorite card from all of his photo cards, so I'm kind of okay with not having the rest of them at the moment, because I have the one that I love the absolute most. And then we have some pre-order benefit cards. And then we have another page of pre-order benefits, but I don't know if I'm going to actually collect all of these. And then I also have a Hyunjae voice card, because I'm absolutely obsessed with this photo card. He looks amazing. And then this last page, actually I had behind this section, but I think I'm gonna put it up here. It's my non-album page for him. I only collect select non-album things for Sejun, but these are the ones that I currently have right now. It's his Nostalgia pop-up set, and I think this was from the Second Alice fan kit, and then this was their online concert from the photocards set. So I'm really happy with these cards. He looks so cute. And then this is the larger inclusion section. I didn't take it out, but I did not have most of these a year ago. I think I only had 2 standees and a postcard and this booklet for Sejun. So these nostalgia postcards are new. And I think I only had Sejun and Byungchan's standee at the time, and then I pulled Sungshik in my wayv album. So I kept him. And then these are obviously from the new album. Some more things from the new album, and then we've got some more postcards. I think I only had one of these last time in the other video. I apologize if anything I say doesn't make sense. I'm trying to process like everything I'm doing because it's wowing me to actually look at all of these and see how far my collection has come in over a year. So I apologize if that doesn't make sense, but this is my ateez section. This collage again is made from Brianna and Melody, and it is so cute. I really like it. I like the colors, and they put my bias really big in the front, so I can't complain. So with Sun, we actually have quite a few new cards. So we have the Wonderland cards from enhypen, which I did not have. And then I did have these though, but I did not have one of his epilogue cards. I think this is the last album card before Fever that I'm missing, but I haven't really been looking for it, so I'm not surprised that I don't have it. These are a couple non-album cards that I acquired. And then we have Fever Part 1. And this is a new card. This is actually my favorite one from all of his photo cards. And then we have his diary card, and I think this is the Diary MMT. And then we have a couple more pages to add. So these are the merch stuff and photo cards from like fan signs or merch cards from the Fever Part 1 era. Usually I put non-albums behind all of the album photo cards, but since these went with these, I kept them here. So these are the fan sign photo cards. There are, I want to say around 8 or 9 fan signs that they had photo card sets for, but I really liked these 2, so I only collected these 2. And then this was from their light stick holder set, and then the name tag set, and then these were from their 2nd anniversary online concert. And then we have Fever Part 2, which I really have not touched since the album came out, so that is what it looks like for now. And then we have his pre-order benefits, just a couple of them. I probably won't collect all of these, similar to Mashiho. They're here just in case I want to. Sorry about that. Somebody is mowing their lawn and it is very loud. So the last thing is the same. It's his section, and then we have the group cards and just a couple other things like his name tag and his postcard. And that is everything new for the first binder, which is crazy because I added like 2 collections, but similar to the beginning of the video, I held it up and it was very empty, but now it is, she is almost full, and I'm very happy to say that because my collection, sometimes I look at my collection, I don't appreciate it as much as I should because I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I had this card, but then I look at it and I do things like this video and I'm like, wow, your collection has come such a long way. But the next one is my other binder. So this is I consider the non-priority binder. Everybody that I collect, I consider an ult, but my main ult is taeyong, and then these are sort of the collections that I love collecting them, but they aren't as high priority as the ones that are in the other binder. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up. So first we have Jeno. A main difference is I used to collect 6 Neos, but I have actually cut it down to 3. I no longer collect Baekhyun and Doyoung, and I also no longer collect Hyunjae from NCT Dream. I only collect 1 member from each subunit. So first we have is Jeno, and I think I only got a couple of his cards that are new. So this is Wyoung, but this was from, I think, the restock. But from the looks of it, I think it's a first press card. But I got my Wyoung album in the restock, and then this is his Weboom card that I did not have. Back when I collected both Jeno and Renjun, I would have anything I did not have of Jeno, I had of Renjun. So I had Renjun's Wyoung, as you guys saw in the other binder, and then I had Renjun's Wii version for Weboom. And then we obviously had more comebacks since then. So we had Reload, which again was another album that SM had tons of misprints on, so I never prioritized purchasing that album. But I did always get the Kino, so you'll see that I have Jeno's Kino, but not his Reload stuff. And then Resonance is something that I will work on in the future because there are a ton of Resonance cards to collect for Jeno and Winwin. And then another new one is actually Hot Sauce, which I'm only missing one photo card, and I don't remember if it's the boring or the chilling version. I may have mismarked this, and I think I'm missing the boring version rather than chilling, but everything else I do have on hand. They are going to be in my next sorting video. And then Hello Future is coming out, I think, at the end of this week actually, so that is really exciting. I'm gonna probably plan out the Hello Future stuff on my own time, but this is his circle cards that I am missing. So I think that's everything new for Jeno. And the next person we have is Winwin, which I really don't have much on, and I feel so bad, but I've been really focusing on Taeyong. Out of all of like the Neos that I collect, I really focused on Taeyong, and so I don't have as much of Winwin's stuff, but I do have his takeoff set, which is something new. I was able to find somebody selling this for a really decent price, and then I was able to trade for his circle card. So here is his takeoff card, and then his circle card, but there is a page that I need to put in right before this, and it is this one. These are his kickback Kinos. Like I said, I prioritize Kinos over the actual album, so most of the time if I don't have the album, I do have the Kinos. So I do have Winwin set. And then next we have Jisung from Stray Kids, and not much has actually changed. When I think about it, I don't think they had that many comebacks between then and now, because I was looking at it and I think the only comeback that did not happen was In Life, and then they've had Japanese comebacks, and then they were on Kingdom. So I have this I Am Not card. So I don't think much happened. That's why there isn't much difference from Jisung then versus now, because back then I did have his Go Live photo cards, and I think Go Live had just come out at that time. I also did finish my Levanter set. I apologize if I'm butchering how you say that, but I did finish that set, and then I got one of his Go Live photo cards. So that is Jisung. I also did not have a majority of these. I think I only had these two, but everything else is actually new. So his In Life stuff, In Life pre-order benefits, some postcards. And then next we have Hyunjae, which is still, I consider, a baby collection. He is also not somebody that I was focusing on recently, but I did acquire a few more of his cards. So we have his Bloom Bloom card, the one with the Ramune bottle, and then his DIY card from Dreamlike, which is my absolute favorite Hyunjae card out of his entire collection. And then we have some Chase cards. I think this goes here and this goes here. And then we also have a page tab. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Sorry, I totally forgot, but I actually have another page of Jisung to put back. It's just like sitting here on the side staring at me like, why didn't you put me back? But it is just his In Life cards, which I obviously don't have. And then a Chan card that I can never let go of. So I've actually had this card for forever, so I'm not surprised that it's still there. And then the reason I was reminded of Jisung is because I have a Hyunjae page to put away. And it is all of his lenticulars and ticket holders from chase or the stealer. And that is that. And then obviously these postcards are new. I think I had the photo zine but not the postcard. And then we have Super M. I do collect OT7, but I did not really collect Super 1 as seriously as I did Super M, the first mini album. So you guys will see that this is actually a complete set. Where did my page go? Oh, it's right here. I just thought this taeyong was right here, but I was only missing Lucas's card, I think. So I do have the full set. Then taeyong's little tour cards. And then we have a Super one, which I need to work on. But there is the Super one ID cards. I think with the ID cards, I only plan on collecting taeyong and maybe baekhyun if I feel like it, but for sure taeyong, and then the unit photo cards. And then these are the photo cards I have from the Super one albums. And then the last person that we have for today, well, technically we have one more binder after this, but it's only one person in that binder. But the last person in the big binders, why did I say it like that? The last person in the big binders is Baekhyun. So I do actually have this photo card, but it'll be in my sorting video. It was gifted from a friend for my birthday. And then I have his other City Light Nights version. So the only one I'm missing for City Lights is his Kino photo card. And then here are some Delight photo cards that I've acquired very slowly. And then the Mint set is complete besides the Kino, and his Chemistry version is also complete. And since then, he's had his Bambi comeback, which I actually do have. So I think this was a setup for the album photo card. I think that's what this was. Actually, I'm gonna put it on this side. And then this last page that I will be putting back is from his jewel case version, which I only purchased one, so hence the very sad 9-pocket page. But that is the differences between August and now for my second binder. Let's go ahead and get the last binder up. So my last binder is actually this mini binder. It is quite new. I think it's only been on this channel once before, and it was last month because I think I purchased this last month. But the cover is Jaehyun, which is also something new that I was gifted from Brianna and Melody. And then on the inside, I did have this film strip, but I did not have this one. And then I did have this Baekhyun, and this is obviously new since this is their newest comeback. But yeah, I just keep these here because I don't want to put them in the sleeves by themselves. And Limitless is also something very new that I purchased recently. You'll also see that I created these like border sheets to hold all of the postcards or 4x6 in place. I just felt that it was more clean to look at rather than just having a postcard sit in the corner of the sleeve by itself. So this is Limitless. Basically, almost everything in this binder is new since these are mostly taeyong non-albums, but I'll let you guys know if there's something that I already had. But I think there were only 2 things in here that I already had, which is the Neo City film strip and I think his regular postcards. So Cherry Bomb postcards are new. This is something that I already owned. This is very new actually. And these are new as well. A majority of these I think I purchased from a friend. Her name is Crystal, who also sold me my chain photo card. She is a Dote stan, but some of I think she let go of some of her collections. So these Cherry Bomb postcards I think were from her, and then this was from her as well, and so is this postcard. And my Awaken Polaroid I also purchased from her as well. And I think this one too, if I'm not wrong. I'll have to check, but again, a lot of these are from Crystal. Then we've got some 4x6. These are from Punch. We've got some Super M things. I think this is my favorite set of his little mini postcards. I absolutely love this look on him. It was so stunning. And we've got some Resonance goodies, some Make-A-Wish merch. More Make-A-Wish, and then Resonance Part 2, and then we have some Loveholic prints, and then his mask holder, and then we have some of his standee sets. So the photo cards are in my big binder, but these standees fit perfectly in these sleeves, so I put them in here. And then the last thing is this Nature Republic postcard. And then I did have this postcard as well from their tour, because I did attend this tour. I think that's everything. I kept a resonance little backdrop back here because I thought it looked kind of clean and really nice. So that is everything compared to my August, I want to say 8th, 2020 video. So since it's almost July and I don't know when I'm going to be posting this video, it is actually the end of June. I'm excited to see how far my collection goes towards the end of the year. So hopefully around December or maybe January, I'll come back and I will do another comparison for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I really love watching my collection grow, and I love watching everyone else's collection grow as well, since I have been in the trade community for I think 3 years now, which is so crazy to say. But I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!